A few weeks ago, I made a video about some players on the UConn Huskies I believe needed to step up and be better, and one of the players I emphasized on was Olivia Nelson-Ododa. This was because at the time, Ododa's play was underwhelming compared to what we normally see from her, specifically on the offensive side of the court, as it seemed she lacked a lot of intent to get inside and attack the basket. However, things have completely changed for Ono since the making of that video, and I want to talk about what's changed today, as Ono has been looking like a superstar big as of late. Before we start, if you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe. For more women's basketball content like this, I'd love to reach 2,000 subscribers on this channel by March, so all support would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about the improvements of Olivia Nelson-Ododa. Olivia Nelson-Ododa had a slow start to her senior season. With seemingly a large reliance on Paige Bueckers to do everything, a lot of the supporting cast took a back seat, including Ono, and in turn, their play didn't look so good. For Olivia specifically, she wasn't attacking the basket as much as she normally was, again, lacking the aggression and intent to score around the basket that we were used to seeing. This passiveness negatively impacted Ono's overall presence on the floor, as she wasn't making the same impact we were used to seeing. So the Huskies struggled quite a bit early on, as we all know by now. The poor play of Nelson-Ododa led to a decline in a lot of her stats initially, such as free throw attempts per game. In the first 4 or 5 games of the season, Ododa was maybe getting to the line once a night, where in previous seasons, she's normally getting there 2 to 3 times a game. Ododa's field goal attempts also dramatically decreased at the start of the season, as she wasn't looking for a shot as much as prior seasons. Through the first 4 games of the season, Olivia was just averaging 4 shots a night, which is less than half of the number of field goal attempts she was averaging last season. Though that has steadily increased since until her breakout games, the last 4 matches, which I'm about to talk about, the lack of intent to go at a defender inside was clear and overall was negatively impacting UConn, as the presence of their front court became essential to their success, especially after Paige went down with an injury. However, as I mentioned, Ododa has had a big spike of confidence lately, specifically in her last 4 to 5 games, and has turned around her play in a massive way, and now is a major positive contributor to UConn in their conference play. So let's talk about that and see what she and Gino Auriemma are doing differently. Excluding today's game against St. John's, Olivia Nelson-Ododa has averaged 16 points, 8.8 rebounds, 5 assists and 3.5 blocks in her last 4 games. That is simply some of the best numbers she's posted in her collegiate career, and it doesn't even end there. She's also been posting over 3 steals a game at 3.3 a night, and has shot 62% from the floor in this time span. This level of play is getting rightfully noticed, as this sudden turnaround into elite play has made UConn so much more dangerous, even without Paige and AZ on the floor. As I mentioned before, Nelson-Ododa seemed timid to begin the season, averaging 4 shots a game. In these 4 games though, that skyrocketed to nearly 10 per game, indicating her increased intent to score and get inside for a shot attempt. Her post game has been smooth. She's turning the ball over a lot less on those post possessions as well, and it's been hugely beneficial to UConn and the play of the girls alongside her, particularly the spot up shooters like Caroline Ducharme, Nika Mule, and Dorka Juhas. As we saw today, Ono is becoming a much better passer and playmaker as well. It's always been an underrated facet of her game, but I think Gino Auriemma is trying to bring it out of her some more with the plays he runs. And we saw that work brilliantly today against St. John's, where she finished the match with 10 assists. If you look at this set here from the game today, Ododa is given the ball in the high post. Here, she's able to do a range of things, whether that's put the ball down and attack the basket and blow by her defender, run a handoff action, or find an open shooter or cutter. In this case, she darts the ball to Juhas for an open 3, which she makes. And you can see also a similar set run here later in the game in the third. It's this instinctive talent for Olivia that I'm glad to see is being utilized more in the offense, as it's been great at diversifying UConn's offensive sets while Paige has been out. To put it simply, it's making them a much more difficult team to defend, and making Nelson-Ododa a more positive impact for UConn. Overall to me, offensively, Nelson-Ododa has been working a lot better in the flow of the offense than she had to begin the season, whether that's through these high post actions I've shown, or out of the pick and roll, low block post ups, etc. I thank Gino Auriemma for this. He's done a great job at recognizing Olivia's strengths and then using them to his advantage and UConn's advantage in the flow of the offense, again through these sets that I've shown today. This is allowing Olivia Nelson-Ododa to attack the basket more and find open teammates, and in turn, she's making a much bigger positive impact than she was a few months ago. Add into this her fantastic consistent defense and built-in abilities to time blocks extremely well and read the passing lanes. Olivia Nelson-Ododa has been phenomenal as of late, and it's why I needed to talk about it today, as it's highly unlikely UConn are in their current position without her excellent play. So that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? What are your thoughts on Olivia Nelson-Ododa and her play? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.